Live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new live stream. It's been a long time since I've uploaded here on YouTube. I apologize for not being here for a while. I've been very busy with life. Man, I've had so many issues. What's up, Nathan? I've had so many issues trying to start this stream. I've been working on starting this stream for what's up, Nathan? I've been working on this stream for an hour trying to set it up. I've had such issues, and all I had to do was just replace the stream key. So, yeah. But, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our discussion on our upcoming severe weather event for this upcoming Friday, and we'll touch a little bit on Saturday. But Friday, at least in our area, Western Kentucky, that's the main area of concern. Saturday is a little bit of a concern too, but it depends on what happens on Friday. Friday will determine basically what happens on Saturday. So, let's go ahead and get started. The SPC, Storm Prediction Center, has issued a moderate risk for severe weather across Illinois, Arkansas, Missouri, a little bit of Iowa, a little bit of northwestern Tennessee, and obviously Western Kentucky, where we are. Hey, it's going to rain, so I think that's going to happen, Nathan. Gosh, screw you, Nathan. You got me out of my zone. This is mainly a wind-driven moderate risk. 45% hatch risk of a wind probability. Damaging winds are very likely across mainly Illinois, but also here in Western Kentucky. There is a 10% tornado risk, 10% hatch tornado risk. This is, I would only say, strong, significant tornadoes, at least long track ones, would happen if there's any cells that end up developing from the main line of storms. This is going to be mainly a line QLCS storm system. That's going to be mainly the main storm system. And then there also is a 15%, big broad 15% hatch risk of hail, and then there's also a 30% hatch risk of significant hail in Western Kentucky, portions of Missouri, and then Illinois, and a little bit again of Tennessee and Arkansas. So and then for Saturday, which could be a big player down in Dixie Alley, moderate risk for portions of Mississippi and southern Alabama, and a little bit of Louisiana too. This looks to be more down there, at least for Saturday. It looks to be more of a significant tornado risk. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started into the model analysis. Let me close out of. I gotta drink something because I'm kind of dying. That was the most awkward sip you've probably ever foreseen in your life. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the menu. Let's go ahead and look at the new HRRR. All right, let's go ahead and start it out at around 1 p.m. on Friday. You can start to see there's really nothing going on, honestly, going on across our region. But as we progress it through time, starting around 6 p.m., you can start to see some lines, some stells really start to push up starting over in western Illinois. And those are going to quickly grow upscale. Oh, yeah? And this is just one model solution. What kind of concerns me with this is you start to see these little cells that start to pop up, obviously over in Western Kentucky, Southern Illinois, northwestern Tennessee. So those could pose a little bit of a tornado risk, but we'll see. With only time will tell. We'll get a little bit more information later today, and I might do a live stream later today. That's to be determined. I'm not promising anything, but we'll see. But all these thunderstorms really start to grow upscale over in central Illinois. They're going to progressively move east throughout the early nighttime. These will most likely be producing significant wind damage across central Illinois, and we'll see. I know these look like a little bit disconjoined. They don't really look all that together, but I promise you these will be producing wind damage across central Illinois. And it's really to be determined to see what these little cells will be doing down in Western Kentucky. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with these. If these cells really start to keep showing up on models and if they keep going upscale, that'll be very interesting to see what happens. Let's go ahead and look at the surface-based instability. Again, you can't have severe weather without any instability, and that's pretty impressive. 15,000 joules per kilogram of surface-based instability moving into the area. That'll be very interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up a sounding just for fun. Yeah, that's got my eye. 137 joules per kilogram of 3 CAPE, which is CAPE in the lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere. Well, that'll be pretty interesting. That's pretty conducive for significant severe weather. This whole setup is pretty significant for severe weather. Let's go and pull up the tornado parameter. Ooh, yeah, that's not what you like to see, people. The severe weather risk is probably going to increase for Western Kentucky. At least tornado-wise, it's going to be, I would say it's southern Illinois, western Kentucky, southwestern Missouri, and a little bit of northern Tennessee. If I were to bet my hinges on any tornadoes, this would be the area. Wind, if you want to go chase some wind, central Illinois, maybe a little bit of a western Indiana, probably the place. That's what I would think. That would just be my eye. But yeah, this is my first time really seeing these new models. Let's go and look at the supercell composite. Yeah, it's not what you'd like to see, people. It's not high, but but still, it's not what you want to see. Let's look at the, oh my gosh, I can't click it. Let's go and look at the updraft helicity, which is a little bit of a measure of potential rotation in these storms. And I'm sure it's going to, yeah. Then again, this doesn't go out as far as I would, what did I just open? This doesn't go out as far as I would like it. It only goes out to around 8 p.m. It only goes around 8 p.m. on Friday. So let's go and look at the NAM, which will be NAM is a little bit of a different model, obviously, and it does go out. The NAM likes to. This is not what you really want to see. This line is a little bit more. It's not really connected. It's not really together, as you would like to say. It's more of a cellular type mode, and any of these, especially on the southern end of the system, these could be producing tornadoes. Those would be at least an elevated risk for producing tornadoes. Let's go and look at the CAPE and see what happens. Yeah, that's not really what you want to see. Let's go and just pull up a sounding again. I like to see what a sounding. That is not a favorable sounding for tornadoes at all. That is not favorable. That wind shear is not looking great. And plus there's a cap on the atmosphere, a warm temperature inversion where storms will not be able to fire. The NAM, not favorable for severe weather. If you want severe weather, the HRRR is mainly it. Let's go and look at the low level jet. Now, kinematically, which is the low level jet is going to be obviously brings that little spin for severe weather, the lowest levels of the atmosphere. That's pretty that's pretty textbook for significant severe weather. We have no worries for having a potential fly in the ointment, as you could say, for at least the upper levels and the lower levels of the atmosphere, at least wind. Very textbook 500 millibar trough. We are in the left exit region for this severe weather. This is where, if I were to bet my hinges on any severe weather, at least tornado-wise, that's where I would probably do it. Again, the wind just looks to be more in Illinois and a little bit of Missouri, because as you could tell with the 850 millibar, which is the low-level jet, this is very late. This is at 10 p.m. on Friday. those 850 millibar, at least the strongest of it, is going to be over in Illinois with that big line of thunderstorms that's going to be producing significant wind damage across central Illinois. That's going to be moving eastward. But as you can tell, we're a little untouched, and this storm system is going to be very strong, a very, very strong storm system, and this is going to produce this is going to pull up a lot of Gulf of America moisture. But again, well, you guys don't really know this. The main fly in the ointment for our severe weather is going to be, it's going to actually be the moisture. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that look. Okay, let me give you a little rundown. Previously, the past couple of days, models have been flip-flopping on how much moisture. The main limiting factor for this, yes, Nathan, it will be, unfortunately, it will be too cloudy to see it. We'll go back to moisture. Let's go and look at the cloud cover, actually. I don't know what time the, actually, let's look it up. Um, 6:59. Okay. God, why'd they do it in UCT time? 6 p.m. Okay. Just go ahead and pull it out. Yeah. We might be able to see it. We might be able to see it. The cloud cover really does not start to move in until around, okay, it's at 1 in the morning on Friday. Okay, thank you. Okay. Maybe not. I don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think we will be able to see it. That sucks, because I was wanting to see it too. Dang it. Hold on. That's not what I asked for. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to see it, my friend. I don't think so. Of course, we're getting severe weather on Friday. That, I was wanting to see it too. It all depends on it. Okay, I'll let you know later today, but it really depends on when the line will come through and when it really develops. Because if it develops later throughout the day, and if it doesn't develop until like 8 p.m., then yeah, I think we'll be able to see it. But if it develops like around 6-ish p.m., then yeah, because it's going to be moving so fast, and the clouds, obviously, they're going to be moving west to east. So yeah, and this is, as you can tell, it's 100% cloud cover. So yeah, it's not looking too great, unfortunately. It's not looking too great. I wish I had better news for that. But anyway, moving back on to the dew points, I'll update you that later today, I promise. The main fly in the ointment was dew points, which is the moisture in the atmosphere. The models have been flip-flopping for the past couple days on if we're going to get moisture or we're not going to get moisture. The main consensus was we're not going to get moisture. But now it looks like, from at least the latest HRRR run, yeah, I'd still try, Nathan. I'd still like to see. The latest HRRR run, where did my pen go? Oh, there it is. It's on my other... I worry about myself. The latest HRRR model, which is kind of concerning, it likes to shove this little nose of 60 dew points. Anything 60 and above is conducive for severe weather. Now, that doesn't mean you can't get severe weather with these 58 and 56 dews over in central Illinois, but it's just less likely. It doesn't have enough moisture for the storms to grow upscale and be conducive. Now, with this nose of 63 dew points going into western Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, all the way up into little bits portions of southern Illinois, that's kind of concerning. So if you overlap this, let's go ahead and look at the Um, yeah, that's with these lines. These storms are going to have pretty upscale development potential here. The Cape is a little bit far behind, but that Cape is going to be along the line that's going to be coming through later on to Saturday, excuse me. Here, I'll show you the weather briefing that the National Weather Service in Paducah just issued. Obviously, and again, we're underneath the moderate risk. Holy crap. I did not realize that. South winds expected to gust up to 30 to 50 miles per hour ahead of the line. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty significant severe weather episode. Some of the models have been showing us getting clipped with a little bit of severe weather, or we're going to get hammered. It's really one of the two. Again, I still stand by my consensus of Illinois getting the worst of the line. But again, we are kind of in the gun for we're either going to get hit with the line, or we're going to get the potentiality of some little bit of some severe weather, at least for tornado-wise. So yeah, but without a doubt, there's going to be damaging winds across Illinois and Western Kentucky, southeastern Missouri, northern Tennessee, Indiana too. Obviously, tornadoes will still be a very significant threat. There is still a likelihood of potentially EF2 or stronger tornadoes, but again, it really depends on if these storms become cellular in my mind, more discrete. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the trends later throughout today. If the trends on the HRRR, the short-range CAMs, convective allowing models, short-range models, if they start to really uptick on the moisture, and that would really be concerning. If that starts to happen, we really need to be on the lookout for the potentiality of some significant severe weather, people. That would really be concerning. But again, this is not one of those setups where we have to worry about the low-level jet, the 500 millibar winds. Those are locked and set in stone. We're going to have significant wind shear, significant 500 millibar winds, a lot of forcing for severe weather. All the storms are going to lift up at once. That's why we're going to have that line of severe weather, as you could tell right here. But that's just one model solution. And then again on Saturday, we also have to concern for another severe weather potentiality on Saturday. Again, the risk looks to really be down in Alabama and Mississippi. Doesn't really look that crazy for here, but again, it really depends on what happens on Friday, which will determine what happens on Saturday. Again, here's your timing for the potentiality of severe weather. Onset 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. at least for the western portions of our area, and then 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. For the rest of the area. It's going to get pretty dicey. We'll have to see what happens. I'm just very curious for Saturday. I'm not really looking into Saturday. I'm looking more into Friday, obviously, because Friday we don't normally get moderate risks issued at 2 days out, that's not it. And the last moderate risk, as the National Weather Service has said, it was a very high impact event, and that was May 26th of last year. And that's whenever we had significant wind damage across our area. And I remember forecasting that we had a very catastrophic tornado go through Eddyville. That was a very, very significant tornado. And then before that was March 31st, 2023. We were very lucky. We had there's still a lot of dry air in the atmosphere for that one, but man, Illinois, Iowa, Arkansas got slammed. But I'm just saying this: you don't joke around with moderate risk, especially wind-driven moderate risk. You don't joke around with that. I still have the Euro pulled up, but then again, look at that's very significant wind shear, very, very significant. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream at around 6 a.m. so I can go ahead and chill out for a bit. I'm just saying, this will be very interesting. Wait, I want to see if I can go out. No, I can't go out. Anyway, let's go and look up the 0Z. I want to see how far will this go out. Sorry, I'm just now kind of looking at the models. Yeah. Okay. So the 0Z HRRR shows a little bit more of an upscale growth around 6, 7 p.m., at least over in very far eastern portions of Iowa and Missouri. That would progressively move east. It will be to be determined to see how much upscale growth will happen over in eastern Missouri. Eastern Missouri. If there's a lot of upscale growth in eastern Missouri, that will obviously push east. Um, we'll have to see. The fly in the ointment is the moisture, in my opinion. Obviously, very. I mean, that's the flying. That's literally the fly in the ointment for this severe weather risk. Very, very significant severe weather, though, is really on tap. It's just about the moisture, in my opinion. We can just go ahead and start checking off boxes. Very strong low-level wind shear, strong upper level winds. Cape is off the charts. The amount of spin in the atmosphere is there. It's just the thermodynamics. We have good amount of Cape. Cape is good. The amount of instability for the thunderstorms, basically storm fuel, like pouring gasoline on storms. It's just the moisture. It is all dependent, in my opinion, on how far north the good moisture will go, the 60 and above dew points. But so far, with the latest HRRR, it likes to shove this little warm nose. Yeah, that's not what you like to see. That's not what you like to see, folks. But we'll have to see. Only time will tell. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's been a bit. It's been a bit since I've done one. I'm sorry it's been a little rusty. Again, moderate risk is in effect for Friday. We'll have to see what happens on Saturday, but my main focus is on Friday. So, hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I'll continue to update you guys on Instagram. Oh, thank you so much, Nathan. I'll see you at school, Nathan, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And